US Ignite worked closely with our friends at NIST and Texas A&M University and Disaster City to pull together the AI3 Challenge. The goal there is to bring together lots of researchers, startups, students from across the country to compete to create a new wave of 5G capable applications that support first responders across the country.
This is the perfect environment to not only go ahead and let developers get together and understand what first responders are looking for, but we're also bringing in first responders on this project. We have collapsed buildings, we have derailed trains, we have underground tunnels, we have all of the perfect things for the developers to be able to get out there and say, hey, this is what really happens out in the real world, and then for first responders to feedback and validate their concepts.
We worked a lot with the first responders to understand their perspective. Some of our judges are coming from the first responders community, so we had inside knowledge into what is missing and what can be proposed.
TEEX is a unique place. We train pretty much anyone that does local, city, town type services. Think fire, police, public works, cybersecurity. We train about 210,000 people a year from not only Texas, but all 50 states and also around the world. Disaster City is a one-of-a-kind. You're standing on the largest fire training center in the U.S. and the second largest in the world. We have about 4 city blocks of buildings that look like they have been destroyed or collapsed from earthquakes, floods, any type of disaster, man-made or non. We have both synthetic sensors as well as live sensors. So I've had my team walking around tripping a lot of the sensors so they could identify those and pick them up and see if they can fuse them together and use AI to produce an operating picture that would be useful.
Basically, the way that our app works is that we use a platform called TAC, which is the Team Awareness Kit. And I think it works really well because a lot of the first responders use it, so we thought it was a nice fit. And because we've done a couple of NIST competitions before, we tried to come up with lots of different eventualities.
We predominantly are working with synthetic data generation for IoT, figuring out how to integrate all of the things together into one cohesive unit for the layperson to use.
Working with A&M and US Ignite and NIST to bring this challenge together has just been such a great experience. And watching these contestants present and explore the data that they've found here at Disaster City has just shown that we all recognize that public safety needs to be able to utilize this information. And I'm just so excited by the solutions that I've seen today.